We're here at Blocker's Coffee House in Catasauqua, Pennsylvania on Front Street. By the way, Blocker's is actually one of the top coffee shops in the entire Lehigh Valley. Trust me on this one. Great place to stop, great time here in Catasauqua. Very beautiful. But the reason why we're over here tonight, not to do a follow-up review, not just for the Egypt style cannolis they have. You can see my face. But the Catasauqua Police Department, there's throughout the nation and throughout the year, at different locations, the police departments get together with local businesses like here. Last year I covered one Coffee with a Cop over at the McDonald's on Union Boulevard to help promote community and unity and working with law enforcement, getting to know the area that their officers protect. And so Coffee with a Cop, the concept itself is an excellent idea. And officially the magazine does support all law enforcement agencies and officers. These men and women, every single day, it's not just a job. Every single day they voluntarily go out and risk their lives to keep us safe. And every time they go out, whether it's for a routine traffic stop or a call, domestic violence, whatever, they probably don't know the exact situation, exactly what they're walking into. So every time they go out on a call, every time they leave their families, they don't know if they're coming home from their shift, whether it's day or night. But back to Coffee with a Cop. Like I said, this is an excellent chance, and they had a very good turnout, by the way, here in Catasauqua. It was pretty much, it wasn't overloaded at one point when I got here. It was people just coming in. It was a steady flow of people coming in to speak to the police officers. Catasauqua Police Chief is here when I left, and just talking to them, having great normal conversations. But this is also a great way where, if you notice, like in your community, neighborhood, or the town, borough, city that you live in, if there's like some problems that your law enforcement may not be completely aware of, this is actually a great opportunity for you to talk to them about that. Whether it's whether it's okay, as people that you haven't seen before, without being paranoid, walking around your neighborhood, outside your house, or on your street or whatever, all the way up to some, maybe some possible drug deals that go down that your law enforcement officers and your local law enforcement department may not know about. So this is actually a great time to just come out, have regular conversations with the officers, get to know them better, let them get to know you better. And also, it's a great opportunity to bring to their attention some problems that may happen. Law enforcement agencies and officials try their best to stay on top of everything, but it's almost completely impossible in today's world. And I did have a chance to ask the chief one question I was curious about. I said that, I asked him, I said, in today's social media world, thank you very much, uncut, unscripted, unedited. Thank you very much to the gentleman in the van who let me cross in front of him. But one of the things, the main question I had was, how much harder is it in today's world with the social media, the cameras and everything, than to be a law enforcement officer than, say, even 10, 15 years ago when this wasn't, the social media aspect wasn't happening. And he gave me a great response. He said, it's not harder, it's just that it's more scrutinized. And this is my take from what he told me, it can be even more dangerous because when, he said, with everybody having the cameras and the phones right now, he said law enforcement officials have to be very careful about what they're doing now. And they always have to keep in mind the procedures and what they're supposed to be doing, everything from a routine traffic stop on up. Now, where I say, my take on it is that it's more dangerous. Is the example he gave me. He said even if they do a routine traffic stop, because I mentioned about, you know, how, okay, I see an officer or somebody pulled over in Allentown, and I just walk right past, you know, I don't interfere, no nothing. And he said, well, like, you know, the example of that is where the law enforcement official, in addition to watching the person that they're pulling over, they constantly have to be looking around to see, you know, to see who may be watching, who may have a camera on them also. Not because they're going to do something bad or something wrong. That's just the way it is in today's world and society. And I responded to him. I said, yeah. I said, therefore, I said, and, you know, there's probably cases where, okay, while they're looking somewhere else, that person may pull out a weapon, especially a gun, that law enforcement officer did not know about. And guess what? They're dead, because they cannot do their job to the best ability, and we're not keeping an eye on the person that they have pulled over. So Real Vale City officially supports, respects, and has nothing but admiration for all law enforcement officials from the smallest town and borough all the way up to international. Thank you very much to every law enforcement officer, every man and woman out there, and every person out there who every day you risk your lives to keep myself and to keep everyone safe and our families safe, and to a point, our property, our homes, etc. Thank you so much from the heart. Michael Phoenix, founder and staff of Surreal Vale City Online Magazine, waiting for Landon 103 to show up. So you get back, head back. Please go to thanks to the sponsors page. Support those people and businesses. Without them, none of this could happen for 5 years and 2 magazines. Everybody out there, thank you so much for the support. It wouldn't be worth me doing this if it wasn't for you. Your page views, your feedback, and everything. Happy first day of summer as of this article. Get out, take a break from the busy, hectic life. Spend some time with your family, friends, and you and yourself, and enjoy it. Stay safe, everyone.